What's going on, guys? ASAP Trick here, coming at you with another life story. Today's life story topic is about the time I got caught with my friends smoking weed by their grandparents. So, this story was definitely a funny one that I needed to share. So, hope you guys enjoy this one. Please subscribe and like this video. So, I'm going to get right into it. So, this life story happened about the summertime. Actually, the summertime of this year. Well, actually, last year now. So yeah, it happened in the summertime. And me and my friends, I'm sure some of your friends too, they like to smoke weed. So, like, me and my friends, it's all we did in the summertime was smoke weed. It's all we did. And, we just enjoyed ourselves with it, It's, that was just the thing we used to do. That was the shit that we used to do. So, this one day in the summertime, it was a, Friday night, or no, it was a Friday. Yeah, it was just a Friday during the day. And we're just chilling, smoking weed. I got my rig out. If you guys don't know what rig is, it's basically a bong that is used for concentrates for marijuana. But, anyways, so basically I had my rig out, I had my oil, I was rolling up a joint, and we were smoking that too, so, like, we were getting just absolutely just fucking baked, like ripped, like stoned as fuck. And, we didn't think anything of it, that anybody was going to come home and we were going to get caught. And, like, I should have known, because the night before, my friend that, well, hold on, let me tell you this first. So, my one friend, who, like, we were smoking at his apartment, like, my one friend who actually owns the apartment, his mom, like, left, like, she, like, just left him there, so basically he's got the apartment to himself. My friend, or his mom actually just left and, like, is living with this other guy now, so basically he had the apartment to himself for the, he had the fucking apartment to himself, so, he was fucking happy, man. He was like, hell yeah, fuck my mom, like, I got my own apartment, so, like, yeah, that's basically what it was. And, so yeah, my friend had his own apartment to himself for, like, at least 3 months, so it was fucking dope. So we'd always party and shit over there and smoke and stuff. So let me get into this. So the night before, so this is a Friday, alright, so, we're smoking weed on a Friday. And the night before this incident, whatever, my friend, he threw a fucking banger in his apartment building, alright? So there was at least 70 people packed in there with sardines, man, like, it was a fucking crazy, like, rager, man. Like everybody was smoking, man. Of course, I was gonna be smoking. Everyone was drinking. We had this loud speaker system that somebody brought with us, or they just brought it to the fucking party. So that was dope. But it ended up getting stopped by the police. Like, someone, like, downstairs, like, called the cops because of the noise, So that didn't work out. So yeah, so basically, that happened the night before, so I was kind of, like, sketched out. I was kind of like, oh yeah, and the cops came too, so, like, I was kind of freaked out a little bit. I was kind of like, I don't want the cops to come again. Maybe, like, they'll say some shit, to us. But, nothing like that happened. But anyways, so, let me get into the story, and explain this better. So, we're chilling there smoking weed, we're just chilling, alright? So, I got, this is about, like, what I, like, last remember. I remember, like, smoking the joint. I was smoking the joint. Like, I was done dabbing. I was like, I put all my, well, I had my rig out, but I had most of my other shit out. So, I'm, like, smoking this joint, just chilling, smoking the joint, listening to a little music. And my friend, one of my friends, he looks out the window, and he notices a car, a blue car that pulled in. And my friend's like, yo, is that your grandma's car? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I look out, and I'm just like, yo, dude, that is your grandma's car. Like, my friends were, like, asking my other friend. And, so, yeah, it was his grandma. So, at this point, I'm like, oh my god, dude, we gotta get the fuck out of here. He's like, nah, dude, we're chill, man. Like, she doesn't care about weed. I'm like, dude, are you serious, bro? Like, you just threw a banger last night. Does she not know about that? Like, cops came and shit. And he's like, nah, dude, we're all good. I'm like, I knew, like, right away, I knew some shit was up. Like, I knew we had to get the fuck out of there. So my friend's like, nah, dude, we're straight. So I'm just like panicking, like wrapping all my shit up. With fucking my friend ran down the hall, threw the joint in the toilet. I'm like, oh my god, like I didn't want to throw it in there, but he threw it in there anyways. And I'm just like fucking running around panicking, spraying Febreze everywhere. Like we were so like me and my other friends were kind of like freaked out because like we didn't want his grandma coming and then seeing us like high as shit and like smoking and stuff. I mean, I was just really paranoid about that. So, anyways, she comes up the stairs with his grandpa, and she literally all I hear is a knock on the door, just like, and I'm just like, oh god, like what the fuck's gonna happen now? And his grandma answers, or his grandma, or my friend answers the door, and his grandma's just right away. She's just like, "Hey, it smells like marijuana in here." I'm just like, "Oh God, like we are fucked. We are fucked." And my friend's like, "What marijuana? What do you mean? Like we're just vaping. We're just vaping." And he's literally when he answered the door. By the way, he was like vaping, trying to like pretend that it was just vapor, but in reality, it was the fucking dank. Like, you smell that shit. Like, you could smell this shit, like, literally. Whenever we'd smoke in his apartment, it would always go down the stairs. Like, you would smell it in the apartment building when you'd be walking up the stairs. So, we fucking smelled this shit, like, so, like, oh my god, it was so fucking dank. So, anyways, like, one friend's talking to his grandparents and shit. They're like, it smells like weed. What were you guys doing in here, smoking weed? That's illegal. And, like, she was just going on this huge rant. Like, her face was red as fuck. Like, she was just getting so pissed. Like, she was getting fired up, man. She was getting, like, so pissed. And, my one friend actually came over, like, it was the three of us at first, but then my other friend was coming over. And literally, as my one other friend's grandparents pulled in, my other friend came up the stairs, and he was totally sober. He just kind of like walked in, and he smelled the weed, and like saw like my one friend's grandparents like just yelling at us and shit. And he kind of stepped into place and started talking to them for us, and the three of us literally just booked it down the stairs. Like we just left, like we just fucking left, because his grandma was just saying like the most like fucking like I don't know the stupidest shit. Like she was saying that she should have called the cops and stuff. And she was going on and on about the party that he had last night because of the cops came and stuff. And like, actually the board of, what is it? The board of, fucking, I don't even know what it's called. I'll just say the board because there's like these people who came to my friend's apartment when he threw the party, like after the next day in the morning. They came there and they saw bottles all over. So they kind of like questioned him like, what was going on and stuff, and the cops notified them anyways, the board, so he was fucked, but my friend got he got a warning because of that, because he would have got kicked out for real, because, you can't really just throw a party like that on a Thursday night, and kids gotta go to school and shit. I mean, not really school, because it was summertime, but, I mean, there was a babysitter downstairs, so it was kind of like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have threw a party, but, yeah, yeah, so then, the board was fucking yelling at him and shit in the morning, and, his grandma was yelling, like, so, when his grandma was yelling at the other kid, my one friend was just trying to calm her down and stuff, and trying to talk to her and stuff, and she was listening afterwards, but then, like, literally, when my friend stopped in, we just fucking booked it, we left, like, literally, yeah, when we were leaving the, apartment building, that's all we smelled was dank. I'm like, yo, it smells like dank in here, and then we just ran, like, we just fucking booked it to this park, and we were just walking on this park. And then my friend eventually went back 5 hours later because he thought the cops were coming too, because his grandma was saying that undercover cops were coming, they were watching or some shit. So, he was kind of freaked out at that. So that's why he kind of waited till he got home later. But everything was all good after that. That was just my story of my friend's grandparents walking around smoking weed. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Drop a like if you did. I'll definitely be making more uploads or more videos for you in the future. So stay tuned for that.